Have you ever wanted to go on a spacewalk, Kevin?
Yes.
Well, now you can. Well, soon you'll be able to because Adidas is teaming up with NASA to make sneakers based off of old NASA spacesuit designs, and they're coming your way this summer. And this is Space News. Kevin, it's another exciting week of space news. I mean, maybe not as much as a normal week,
Yes.
but hey, there's still space news to talk about, and that's what we're here to do. Kevin, I'm shooting it over to you.
Yep. So, in terms of progress for commercial flights to the ISS, this week was mostly pinning down the timeline and which companies would go first. So, as of right now, the plan is for Boeing and their CST-100 to deliver astronauts to the ISS first in 2017, and then SpaceX will follow up a little bit later. Boeing is a little bit ahead of the certification process, so they get to go first.
Of course.
And so the plan is for them to bring up 4 astronauts at a time, which is more than the Russian Soyuz's 3. Mm-hmm. And so this will actually permanently increase the ISS's crew count from 7 to 8 after these launches start happening. Mm-hmm. So even for an aging station, they'll have more crew, be able to do more experiments, and it's exactly what people want, more out of something that we've invested heavily in.
Science. That's what I want. And hey, man, if I can get on one of those ships, that'd be great. I would love that. But not everything has been great in the scientific community as of late. Speaking of, in particular, the BICEP 2 results. Now, if you don't know what BICEP 2 is, it's a radio telescope at the South Pole. That's Antarctica. They've been doing experiments to try and see if there was evidence of gravitational waves in the cosmic microwave background, which is the oldest light in our universe.
Yeah. Now, the short version of the explanation of all that is there is a radio artifact from when the universe was extremely young, and basically it was the first moment when it became transparent to light.
Right.
And so there's all these radio photons out there, and so that's what they were trying to measure. And the signal that they wanted to see ended up...
Well, yeah, it ended up not being the real thing. So back in March of 2014, there was this huge announcement that came out of the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics where the BICEP 2 results were initially announced as saying that we had found evidence for gravitational waves from the Big Bang, which also indicated that inflation was a real thing. That's a theory that you can probably look up on Google or something. That was exciting. That was big news.
Yes.
But it turns out, based on a leaked version of the paper that's being drafted, that'll come out next week on Archive, that those results were inconclusive because someone forgot to account for the dust in our galaxy.
Yeah, space isn't empty.
Nope.
There's gas and dust. When I say dust, think of like silicon, graphite, stuff in your pencils, stuff like that.
Little particles, like micron or so in size. If you don't know what a micron is, it's 1/1000th of a meter. So if you can imagine that. Not a micron. What? Sorry, 1 million. 1 million. Sorry, I was thinking nanometers. Yes, micron. Yeah, they're very small. There's a lot of this stuff out there, and it can absorb different types of light, and that's why you get sort of problems when doing these sort of experiments. So it was wrong. When they readjusted for the amount of dust in the galaxy, there was still an apparent signal there, but it was below the appropriate levels essentially. Yeah. So it's
inconclusive.
Right.
You can't say one way or the other because of the noise now.
So it could still be there. There could still be a gravitational wave detected that could be detected somewhere in the CMB, but right now we can't say this or that.
Need to try again with basically a better survey.
Right, exactly. And as they said, the search goes on because the BICEP 2 will continue. Now, Kevin.
Now, something that is very exciting for both astronomers and the general public, exoplanets.
Planets!
So planets around other stars besides our sun. A very interesting one has been discovered very recently, where it's called a brown dwarf, so it isn't actually a planet. It's basically a failed star at that point.
Bigger than a planet, smaller than a star. That's where it is.
Yeah. So, and it has rings 250 times the size of Saturn's. So there's an artist's rendition of what Saturn would look like in basically the twilight sky if it had rings that big. Right. And it is absolutely huge.
Yes. Be quite visible from Earth. Be quite visible. It's a very interesting case because we've been looking for recent history. We're trying to figure out more about exoplanets, being able to see a system that has such a massive circumstellar ring,
Yeah.
ring system, is very exciting, especially because looks like there's evidence that there are moons. Well, moons or planetoids, I guess,
Microplanets,
are being formed in the rings around this thing. So it's very exciting to be able to get a good look at a system like this.
Lots of projects are going to start looking at this system.
Oh yeah. Brown dwarfs are exciting again. That's basically what it means. So thank you for watching. This has been another edition of Space News, and we'll see you on the other side.
See ya. Thanks for watching today's video. You can like and subscribe down below, as well as comment on all the different subjects that we talked about today. You can find other content elsewhere on the internet, so look for those links. You can also watch a random video of our channel right here. Thanks for watching.